Good afternoon. We're glad to welcome you to our free marathon, Remove Back Pain. 3 rules that must be followed to get the best result. The first rule is comfort, or your own comfort zone. If you live with back pain for a long time, you are used to background pain. Please learn to perform each movement without a pain. Feeling that you are comfortable, that you are not holding your breath, and that you are not waiting for the harbinger of pain that will appear at some stage of the movement. This is very important in order to really connect the maximum result. The second rule is that we move slowly, because only slow movement allows us to relearn and change the usual pattern. Why are we moving slowly? To notice and feel movements at the beginning phase and at the end of it. What extra muscles do we connect? To feel that the non-target muscles are working and the muscles are synergists and helpers who should not participate in a particular movement. The third rule is that we seek after for a smooth movement that will characterize both the correct pretension of the ligaments and the sliding of the fascia within each movement. What other recommendations I would like to give? Perform 3-5 repetitions of each movement. Even if you can't do it, push the pause button and return to it later. You need rest to form new neuromuscular connections. Take your time. This is not a race. 21 lessons. You will have your own pace. Don't rush to the next lesson unless you haven't mastered the previous one. Only this slow sequence will allow you to get results for many years and manage your body. I recommend taking a photo before and after the marathon, and you will feel how working with your brain neuroplasticity changes not only your muscles, but also the whole body. And most importantly, before the lesson, if you have stitches, scars, laparoscopy at the level of the abdominal cavity, and for us, this is very important region. You need to work on the stitches and scars. If we have a scar or seam, we take it and start slowly moving it up and gently lowering it down. Our task is to make a forward-backward shift along the seam line so that each part of your seam moves smoothly. How do you make a skin fold? You won't hurt yourself anyway. The only exception is possible where there is a grit. Then you only need to work with the surface layer of the skin. You take the skin and start to tuck it. Don't lift up, but gently roll the skin fold. Your task is to make sure that the seam is always movable. After you work with the suture, you need to make sure to make an intraosseous correction. What does it mean? This means that you sit down, find a spinous process and start to knead it. But at the same time, put your palm on the top of your head. You will add ischial load. You need to do it sitting down so that there is a compression on the lumbar region. This is important, and after each correction of the seam or scar on the abdominal cavity, you gently pass all the spinous processes to check if it hurts. You don't need to squeeze your vertebra, it's actually very powerful. You need to have no pain on the spinous processes, because if you have been living with the suture for a long time, then you have changes and the vertebra is trying to become at a different angle. And this sometimes causes injuries and pain in your back. Thank you very much for your attention. I'll be waiting for you in the first lesson. Good luck mastering your own body.